Good morning. Good evening, I guess.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Can you see Gail, madam?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening,
Say
ma'am.
hi to
Good
Gail,
evening.
ma'am.
Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Hi.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm well. How are you?
I am fine, ma'am.
Excellent.
Okay. Gail, you can start off.
We'll start.
Yes, you
How
can
many?
start.
How many are logged in?
Almost 22 children are here.
Okay.
Yeah. Eight
Okay.
to 9 students are yet to join.
Okay. You have to let me join. You have to let me share screen.
Oh, just a second. Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
I think children, all children are excited.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
No,
What does it say?
Yes, ma'am.
no, Gail. Share the screen again.
Okay. Okay. Let me start it again. Just a minute. We'll do it.
Traveling kit, ma'am. అయ్యో ట్రావెలింగ్ కిట్ కావాలంట
Okay. Share screen. Here.
Ma'am, we can't see a screen, ma'am.
Okay. Now you can see?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Shall we start, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we are very interested. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have so many things to share. So,
Good
okay.
evening,
Are you
children.
ready?
Today we are going to have travel session by Gail teacher. Okay. I think everybody have your travel kit. Keep it aside. First listen to teacher and just follow the instructions.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Send to
Let's go. We are going to travel together. We are going to go to 3 different countries. Today, we are going to go to Thailand, but we need to learn many things about getting ready to travel. So are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Where, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Can you
Yes,
see me with
ma'am.
all my bags?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you
We are
see
very
me with all my bags?
Ma'am, I didn't go traveling kit, ma'am.
It's okay, ma. First
Ah.
listen. First listen. Okay.
Can you see me at the airport with all my bags?
Yeah, ma'am.
Too many bags, yes?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes,
All right. So if we are going to travel, where will we go? How will we get there? Will I go alone or will I go with a friend? How much will it cost me to travel? Do I need a passport? Do I need a visa? Do I need a vaccine? If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you like to go?
Thailand.
Thailand. Okay, where else?
I would love to go with
Europe.
United.
I would love to go to Europe.
Europe.
Okay, good.
I would
Anywhere else?
love to go to Bangalore.
Okay, let's have a look at the map of the world. So there are many places to visit. Now, what do we need to do? If we are going to Thai, we need to go to an airport. And it's not that simple. We have to follow many instructions. You can see here, the people are all lined up to show their tickets and to go through customs. See down here, customs. You have to go through an X-ray machine so they can see if you have any guns in your pocket, or if you have any knives, or if you have any drugs. So this top picture here is Bangkok Airport. It's a very, very big airport, and there are many, many planes come in there. So you have to go through customs. If you travel by boat, you still have to go through customs when you go to another country. So when I go to other countries, I always go by plane, because Australia is an island and I can't swim to another country, so I must go by plane. So sometimes when I go to Thailand, I fly on Thai Airways. Have a look at the top picture here. This is the inside of that Thai aeroplane. Every person gets to sit in a seat and they have their own television on the seat in front of them. And they can watch movies and they can listen to music. And so it helps pass the time. When I fly to Thailand, it takes me about 15 hours to get there. So sometimes when I travel around a country, I go on a motorbike. You can see me here on a motorbike in Thailand. Sometimes I go with the horse and cart. You can see the man with his horse and cart. Sometimes I go on these bikes, but that's a bit difficult for me because my bottom is too fat to fit on that seat, and I have to sit sideways, so it's not very comfortable. Sometimes I go in a small bus, and when I'm in Thailand, I usually go on a motorbike taxi. So that's a good way of getting around Thailand because the traffic is so bad, and it's much faster because the motorbikes go in between the cars. Well, sometimes when I'm traveling around Thailand on the back of a motorbike, I fall off. I've only done it twice, but this is a picture of me on the back of the motorbike, and that's a picture of me. I've fallen in the dust and I am covered in dust. And my poor motorbike driver, he turned around and I was gone. He thought he'd lost me and I was buried in dust on the road. And it was really very funny. Sometimes when I'm traveling in Thailand and in Myanmar, I go along these roads. Can you see these roads along the mountains?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Many
Yes, ma'am.
miles.
Yes, ma'am, we
On
can
the
see.
back of a motorbike
ma'am.
or in a car. And sometimes it's been raining and we have to travel on roads like this. Now, let me tell you that if the car skids around, have a look at these roads. If the car skids the wrong way, I could fall down this mountain. And over here on the right, you can see a landslide. One day I was on these roads and we got bogged and there was a landslide and our car was going to be covered in rocks. So we had to jump out of the car and start running in the pitch black along these roads to get to the next town. It was very painful. When you get there, you're often very dusty. So this is how you wash when you're in Thailand. You put your sarong around you and you have to wash like this in the basin. So before you travel, there are 6 things that you should do. So let's think about these things. You should check your passport. Now, if you do not have 6 months of time on your passport, the country will not let you in. So you have to have an up-to-date passport. Now, if you lose your passport, you will be in big trouble. You can't leave the country. They will put you in the police station, or they might put you in the embassy until they can get you another passport. So the good idea is to make a photocopy of your passport and put it somewhere else. Don't keep it inside your passport. Put it somewhere else so that you have got a safe passport. And if you have a phone, take a picture of your passport. Okay, let's get your passport from your kit.
Okay, everybody have your travel kit with you, right?
Ma'am, I have got it up for my kid.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you need to cut your passport into 2 pieces like this. Don't cut it into 4. Cut it into 2 pieces like this. Mr. Moksha Reddy, have you got your passport?
Ma'am, I'm doing it.
Yes, ma'am, we got it.
When you have this piece,
Yes, ma'am.
you fold it this way, and that's the front of your passport.
Yeah, we already folded and we have given it to them, Gail.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
we folded and
So,
we have given it to them.
if you open your passport, you're putting the 2 pieces together like this. So, if you open your passport, you can see that you need a picture of yourself here. You must have a picture of you in your passport. So if you can get a picture of yourself and stick it there, that would be good. But if you can't, then you should draw a picture of yourself. Okay?
అందరికి
Now,
అర్థమైంది కదా? జస్ట్ ఎ సెకండ్, ఐల్ జస్ట్ టెల్ ఇట్ ఇన్ తెలుగు ఆల్సో గేల్. సో ఇది మన పాస్పోర్ట్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ మనది ఫోటో అని ఉంది కదా, మీ ఫోటో పాస్పోర్ట్ ఫోటో ఒకటి పేస్ట్ చేయాలి ఇక్కడ మీరు. ఓకేనా? అండ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫిల్ ద డీటెయిల్స్. ఎస్ గేల్.
Ma'am.
okay, so I want you to fill out all of those details and show me your passports next week, okay?
ఓకే,
Yes?
నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్ కి
Okay.
అన్ని ఫిల్అప్ చేసి ఫోటో అతకబెట్టి
Okay,
టీచర్ కి
ma'am.
చూపించాలి. ఎస్.
Good job. Second, if you are going to Thailand, you will need a visa. So Thailand want to collect your information and know everything about you, where you are going to stay when you are in Thailand, how long you are going to stay, how much money you are bringing with you. All of those things, you need a visa. Now, if you don't get one in India before you leave, you can get one at the airport, but you will need to take your birth certificate with you and your bank book to prove that you have got enough money to stay there. Could you tell me if you don't understand my accent, if I'm talking too fast? Are you okay or not?
Ma'am, we are all fine.
Yeah?
You're okay, please show your thumbs up so that we understand that.
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
understanding.
I'm fine.
We are getting a
Excellent.
Okay, ma'am.
You are so smart. I am so glad to have such smart students. All right. The third thing you need to do before we can travel is to get travel insurance. If your bus has a crash, or if you have a bellyache or something else happens, no one will look after you in another country. It will cost you thousands of dollars to go into the hospital. And if you don't have the money, they will not take you. So you can pay about $100 and get your travel insurance and you will be fine. Where will you go? You need to Google, you need to look up on the internet, you need to talk to people.
Ma'am,
and
in
find out-
US, if they have 1 rupee, here it's $1.
It will cost you a lot of rupees, not just 10 rupees. 100 rupees. 100 rupees will be about
Yeah,
how much?
$1 is 76 rupees today.
Okay. So you need 760
is equals to $1, ma'am.
for a visa.
Yeah.
So you need to take your paper and pencil and make a plan. What do you want to see? Where do you want to go?
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Okay, so plan your trip. You need to get some money
Who is
in the
that?
local currency
Ma'am,
before
Shashank, ma'am.
you go.
Gail, just a
So
second.
you have, pardon?
Just a second. Shashank has a doubt. Yes, Shashank, tell me, what is your doubt?
Ma'am, if we go to other country, the ma'am is saying that if we had got any accident or if we are not feeling any well, we need to pay some thousands of dollars. If we do not have the money to pay in the hospital or to pay for the treatment, what shall we do, ma'am?
That is the reason we have to take travel insurance. Okay.
But if you don't know anybody there and you have no friends, you need to go to the Indian embassy and see if they can help you. But they are not going to pay thousands of dollars for you to go to the hospital. So you're in big trouble.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. When I travel, I always take some medicine. I have a little bag and I put all the medicines from Australia in my bag. So I have medicines for all kinds of things, antibiotic, flu tablets, all these things I take. So if you are going to take money out of your bank account when you are in Thailand, your bank will say, oh, we didn't know this person was out of the country, and they will block your account and you will not be able to get any money. So you need to tell your bank before you go that you are going on a trip. You should learn a few phrases in the language of the country where you're going. On your phone, you can use Google Translator. You can speak in your language and you can press the country that you want the language to talk in. So you can press Thai and it will speak what you said in Thai, but sometimes it doesn't translate too well. So another program is Duolingo, where you can learn some simple Thai. You need to be able to ask, does anyone speak English? Where is the bathroom? You need some basic things that you know in Thai. All right, I know this is a simple song, but it's good fun. So let's say hello in some different languages from countries around the world. It repeats a few times, so you can try and sing along, okay?
Ma'am, in Spanish, we call hello as hello.
Oh, okay.
I don't know it better, I just know words.
Ma'am,
In Thailand, I have to say sawadee ka.
Salary cow.
Ma'am, and in French, we tell it as bonjour.
Bonjour. That's right, I speak French. Okay, are you ready? Let's see.
in my school, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes,
Bonjour, buenos dias. Good day, guten Tag, konnichiwa. Ciao, shalom, dobre dien. Hello to all the children of the world. We live in different places from all around the world. We speak in many different ways. Though some things might be different, we're children just the same, and we all like to sing and play. Hello, bonjour, buenos dias. Good day, guten Tag, konnichiwa. Ciao, shalom, dobre dien. Hello to all the children of the world. There are children in the deserts and children in the towns and children who live down by the sea. If we could meet each other to run and sing and play, then what good friends we all could be. Hello, bonjour, konnichiwa, ciao, shalom, добрый день.
Hello to the children of the world.
The children of the world.
Hello,
Joining this time.
buenos dias.
Heaven,
Written. Konnichiwa. Shalom.
Добрый день.
Hello to the children of the world.
all the children of the world.
Hello to the
All
children
the
of the
children
world.
of the world.
Mom, we say hello in Spanish as hola.
Ah, very good, very good. Okay, who can remember?
And they say thanks in Chinese as shishi.
Oh, okay, cool. Can you remember the 6 things you need to do before you travel? Can you remember?
Ma'am, passport is the first
Take our
thing.
passport and
We want passport, we want
Get a
travel.
Yes.
Get a travel
Visa.
insurance. Ma'am, and travel insurance.
Yes.
We should take a visa. Native language.
Yes. Okay. Very good. I'm going to test you next time. So what is the best thing about traveling?
Thailand is
Why
also
should we
special
travel?
for dolphin shows, ma'am.
Okay. Good. So what's the best thing about traveling? I have
Making new
traveled
friends.
around the
Making
world.
new friends. Making new
True.
friends.
I have been to many, many places and I have made many new friends. You can see some of my new friends here. They're very different to me. See this lady here in Myanmar? That's her makeup. She thinks that makes her look beautiful. So my friends are quite different to me. Different food. You can see on the left here, I'm going to eat these dried frogs. Would you like some?
No.
Over
No,
here,
ma'am.
we have some bugs. They're like crickets. They eat a lot of those in Thailand. Would you like some?
No.
No, ma'am.
No,
Maybe you would like this curry. I think you would.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's better.
Another reason we travel is to see
Ma'am,
7 wonders of the world, ma'am. Actually, there are 6 wonders of the world now.
Yes. Oh,
Ma'am,
you-
there is Egypt and French, ma'am.
and the Wall of China.
Where is this place here? Where is this place?
The Great Wall of
In
China.
China.
Great Wall of
China.
I
Ma'am,
was
Great Wall
there
of
last
China.
year.
Taj Mahal, Great Wall of China.
Okay.
Place in the
So
world.
other
All are the
cultures.
famous places in the world.
It's very interesting to see other
Ma'am,
cultures
tribal people.
and to learn
Man,
about.
the first photo, I can't believe it.
Okay, when you are young, they put a small round metal thing. They cut a hole in your lip and they put a small hole here. And as you get bigger, they put a bigger and bigger hole until when you are about
I'm in Africa,
16 or
ma'am.
17, you have this. So their tongue touches that behind that when they talk. That makes you very beautiful. So that's unusual, isn't it? It's a different culture. So let's plan a trip to Thailand. All right, I'm going to teach you something about going to Thailand.
Oh.
If you are traveling to Thailand, learning about the culture is not only very important, but also appreciated by locals. By watching this video, you are on the right track to understanding Thai culture. We are here to give you the most important do's and don'ts in Thailand. Hi, my name is Anne. I work for Kovan Castle Bangkok Tours. We are the original bicycle tour here in Bangkok, and we have been operating for over 30 years now. And that's why we like to share our insights with you. The first thing you will probably see when you arrive in Thailand is the why.
Ma'am, we are stuck now.
Video is paused, Gail.
Yes, ma'am.
Gail, are you there?
Ma'am, it got stuck.
Yeah, it got stuck.
Yeah, ma'am. It got stuck.
And it's also playing like breaking.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Gail, can you share the screen again?
Sure.
The most important do's and don'ts in Thailand. Original bicycle tour here in Bangkok, and we have been operating for over 30 years. This is a traditional Thai greeting or a way to show respect. There are 3 different types of whys. This is the first one. Put your hands together and your thumbs touch your chin. This one is used for greeting colleagues or friends. This is the second one. The thumbs touch your nose. This one is used to greet older people. And the last one, the thumbs touch your forehead. This one is used for the highest level of respect, like for the Buddha, monk, or the king. If you are not sure which one to use, you can use this one as a general greeting. Thai people use this one when they're not sure if someone's older or younger than them. You will often receive a why from shops and restaurants. It's not necessary to return the why for someone who's providing you a service. Instead, a nice, grateful smile is plenty enough. Don't worry if you're not getting it right, because your efforts will be appreciated. Probably the most important don't in Thai culture has to do with the feet. The feet are considered the lowest and dirtiest part of the body. Raising your feet higher than someone's head or just simply putting your feet onto a desk or a chair considered extremely rude. Never ever show the bottom of your feet to anyone. It's equivalent of giving someone a middle finger. Also, avoid pointing your feet at Buddhas. While the feet are considered the lowest part of the body, the head is the most sacred. Never touch someone's hair or head. That also includes ruffling a child's hair. Try to avoid stepping over someone who's sleeping on the ground. Make sure to dress properly when you visit Thai temples. Knees and shoulders should be covered for both sexes. The more formal your clothes, the better. Also, Thai people don't like it when you show too much affection in public. This is also not done in temples. Try to avoid kissing and hugging, but of course, holding hands is okay. Thai remove their shoes when they enter homes and temples. When you're entering homes, temples, or even some bathrooms and restaurants, they will ask you to take off your shoes and walk around barefoot or with slippers. So be aware if you have to take off your shoes, or it's okay to leave them on. The pile outside the door is your biggest clue. Don't point. Pointing is considered rude in many cultures, particularly so in Thailand. When you want to point at something, just use your hand like this. Throwing an object or money into someone's direction is rude and not polite. Try to take time to hand things over properly, especially to older people. Don't raise your voice. Try to keep your voice down in shops and in restaurants. If you find yourself in an argument, don't raise your voice, don't yell. It won't help the situation, and it also causes people involved to become embarrassed and lose face. Losing face is very important in Thailand. When you lose face, your reputation is lost and you embarrass yourself and the rest of the people. Do treat monks with the highest respect. Women are not allowed to touch a monk, so be careful when you're near one. Also, give a monk plenty of space to move around. And when you pass a monk, lower your body. Taking pictures are typically allowed in Thailand, unless there's a sign that says you shouldn't. So it's no problem to take a picture, but be respectful. And also, Buddha images are not for decoration and not for tattoos. And the last one, don't forget to smile. Thailand is also known as the land of smiles, so try to smile as much as possible, and you will notice that your experience will be even more enjoyable. If you are looking for a unique and authentic adventure and want to learn more about the culture, come book a tour at Kofo Castle Bangkok Tours. We are the #1 outdoor activity on TripAdvisor. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you learned something new about Thailand. If you are traveling...
Okay, so look on your world map now and find Thailand. Is it far from India? Can we go by bus?
No, we can go by flight.
Okay.
No, ma'am, we cannot go.
We
It takes
can go by flight
4
also, ma'am.
hours. It takes 4 hours to go by plane from India, from Hyderabad to Bangkok. So we're going to fly. Okay. So this is what the inside of your passport looks like down here when you travel to another country. They put a stamp on your passport to say what day you came in, and then they put a stamp when you leave. So you can get a visa when you arrive in Thailand, or you can get one in India before you leave by going to the Thai embassy. What will we see in Thailand? Now I want you to take one of your pieces of paper and put Thailand at the top of the paper.
Take white paper from your travel kit and mention it as Thailand.
Ma'am, can you repeat, ma'am?
Yeah, take a white paper from your travel kit and write it as Thailand.
Ma'am, I have took the white paper.
Yes, write it as Thailand.
One piece, one whole piece of paper.
Who is drawing on your screen?
I know, who is drawing on my screen? Not me. I don't know where this line is coming from.
No, please don't draw on the screen, children.
Oh,
Ma'am, it's not me, ma'am. Ma'am, you can disable that option.
Ma'am, if you are listening in a laptop, you can see the names who had been drawn, ma'am.
Let me see who is doing that.
Ma'am, you can disable it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if it's important, you can see who are drawing, ma'am.
okay, we need to keep going. So let me explain. After we finish today, I want you to cut out each of these pictures. And I'm going to show you some things in Thailand that you should visit. If you see a picture here or on the other page that matches Thailand, I want you to glue it on your blank piece of paper that says Thailand.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Yes.
Would
What
you
madam
like-
is saying is you have 2 pictures, okay, in your travel kit, just like this. Yes? Okay. Now madam will show us the pictures which are belonging to Thailand. When you can identify those pictures, you have to take a scissors, cut them and paste it on this white sheet named as Thailand. Okay? అందరికి అర్థమైంది కదా? వైట్ పేపర్ మీద థాయిలాండ్ అని రాయండి. రాసిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు మేడం థాయిలాండ్ కి రిలేటెడ్ పిక్చర్స్ చూపిస్తారు మనకు. ఆ పిక్చర్స్ ని కట్ చేసి ఆ థాయిలాండ్ వైట్ పేపర్ మీద మీరు స్టిక్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? ఎస్, యు ఆర్ రెడీ టు వాచ్ ద పిక్చర్స్?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't cut while you listen. You can do it afterwards, okay? Or you will miss the next thing. So here we go. You should visit the Grand Palace. This is the palace of the king and his family. They don't live there anymore, and you are able to go and visit there. It was where the king and his family lived for 150 years. But the last 80 years, they have built somewhere else to live. But you should visit the Grand Palace. It really is amazing. This is one of the things in the Grand Palace. You cannot go into the palace unless you have your feet covered. You can see the gold covering that statue. You should visit the Wat Phra Kwao, or the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. Now, this is in the palace. It's a very special Buddha, a very special temple. And inside that temple is a Buddha that has been carved from one very large piece of jade. Can you see that? See the Buddha there that's carved from the jade. And they still use that temple for very special things.
Pictures is not there, our kit, ma'am.
No, not every picture is there, only some, but you will see some. So keep watching. If you go to Thailand, you might like to go for an elephant ride. The elephant is Thailand's national symbol. You see pictures of elephants everywhere. It's considered to be a very special animal, and you are able to visit an elephant farm and you are able to have a ride on an elephant in Thailand.
Ma'am,
Thailand has, sorry?
Just a second,
Is
Gail.
that
We'll take a short break. We have a minute. Okay, we'll have a small break, children. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, please log out and log in again. Log out and
Okay,
log in
ma'am.
again. Okay, children.
Ma'am?
Yes,
ma'am, I'm not having the elephant picture, ma'am.
you won't have all the pictures. You will have only few pictures. Okay, identify the pictures what you have and mark them as Thailand. Then you can and paste them.
There are 12 pictures
Yeah,
of
please
Thailand.
log out and log in.
Ma'am, where will we get the glue from?
Yeah, please log out and log in. I'll let you know.